Hello everyone and welcome to the video lecture on the differential equation. We were talking about the solution of higher order differential equation with the constant coefficient in the previous video lecture. We have solved the example on the case 1. Today we will discuss few more important example on the same case. So in this video lecture we shall cover the two example on the case 1. Okay, to clear the concept in a better way. So let us have the first example. So as we know, this is a non-homogeneous differential equation because right hand side is not 0, right? We have an input function. That's why the solution of this will be obviously solution is a general solution. So general solution of this is nothing but a complementary function plus particular integral. Okay, so we need to find complementary function as well as particular integral. Before that we need to write this in a operator form, right? That is a differential operator form. So let us first write the given differential equation can be written as so we will write that as we have second order derivative in the first term. So we write d square minus 5 first derivative. So d no derivative but the constant is there, that is 6, and all these are operating on y, right? Y is a dependent variable and x is a independent variable. So this is as per the required form. Let us find complementary function. To find complementary function, so for complementary function what is required? Auxiliary equation. So let us write auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation is, what is auxiliary equation? How to get that? So in this operator, right, function of the operator, we will replace d by m. So we will have m square minus 5m plus 6 and this is equated to 0. Just replace d by m in this operator and equate to 0. Now solve this for various values of m. So what are the values of m? That will be 2 and 3. So you can apply the factorization method or the various methods you are known to you, or you can use even the calci also, okay, to get the roots of the auxiliary equation. So roots are m equal to 2, 3, right? Now identify the nature. Nature means whether they are real, complex or distinct, equal, like this, right? So what we find there? Here we don't find any imaginary term of iota, okay? So this is completely real and they are found to be different, okay? So roots are real and distinct. So after getting the nature of the roots, we will write accordingly complementary function as per the table which I have mentioned earlier in the video lecture, right? How to write the complementary function according to the nature of root. This we have already discussed in the previous video lecture. You can refer that for the more information, right? So complementary function is equal to, so we have c1 e raised to power, let us write first root, value of m, that is 2 x, why x? Because x is an independent variable, so that we are going to write here. Suppose if t will be independent variable, then we will write t, okay? Then plus c2 e raised to power, next value of m, that is 3x. So like this we have the complementary function, okay? So I hope the methods or the steps which I have explained so far are clear to you. Okay, let us move ahead to for the next evaluation, that is to find pi, right? Next to find, obviously here what is c1 and c2? So here c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. Now remember one thing, whatever will be the order of differential equation, that many number of arbitrary constant must be there in this solution. So as the order of differential equation is 2, so now we are having 2 arbitrary constants, okay? So c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. Now let us find the particular integral. So to find particular integral, So particular integral according to definition is given by 1 upon function of d, operator d, that is what, d square minus 5d plus 6, operating on right hand side. What is the right hand side function? It is e raised to power 3x. So it is operating on e raised to power 3x. Now according to case 1, what we do? We will first identify a. What is a? So it is in the form e raised to power ax. So what is a? A is 3. So replace d by a equal to 3. So let us replace d by a equal to 3. So we have 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6, operating on e raised to power 3x. So here what we have done? Replace d by a is equal to 3. Case 1 is applicable. Right? We have so many cases, so we should mention which case is applicable over here. Okay. So this is done. Now just check after replacement, this is 0 or non-zero. If it is non-zero, then it's over. Otherwise, we have to process it further. Now, so it is 9 plus 6, 15. This 15 minus. So it comes out to be 0. So as it comes out to be 0, so we have a right at the case of failure. So therefore, case fails. Okay. So what to do in case of failure? So therefore we will find out particular integral as equal to. So for case of failure, what we will do? We'll go back to that step where we have done the replacement. So where we have done the replacement? Here. So we will come back to this step, right? Then multiply numerator by x and differentiate denominator with respect to d. So what we will get? So therefore particular integral is x upon, now differentiating this. So what it will be? 2d minus 5 and operating on e raised to power 3x. Okay. So what we do in case of failure? We'll go back to that step where we have done the replacement. Okay. Multiplying numerator by x and differentiating denominator with respect to d. Right. This is to be done only for case of failure. Okay. Now this is done. Again repeat case number 1. So according to case 1, what we will have? We will have replacement of d by a. What is d? Again it's get replaced by 3. So what we have? X upon 2 into 3 minus 5. Okay, operating on e power 3x. So what we have? 6 minus 5, 1. So x e raised to power 3x. So this is particular integral. Okay. So we have obtained particular integral as well. So once we get complementary function and particular integral, after this we'll find out we'll write down the required general solution. Remember, in this case the solution so obtained will be a general solution. Then we will get particular solution if certain conditions are mentioned over here, right? Then that will be called as a particular solution. Okay. So this is therefore the required general solution, or simply a solution we can say. Therefore required general solution is, what is the general solution? It is dependent variable, but that is y equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Just substitute the value of CF and PI. So this is our equation 1. This is equation 2. Make use of these two. So therefore according to this, so what we have? Y is equal to C1 e raised to power 2x plus C2 e raised to power 3x plus x e raised to power 3x. Okay. So here we have used since equation 2 and 3. Okay. So in this way we get the general solution of this particular differential equation according to case 2. Right. One more problem we will discuss. So what it is? Solve d2y by dx square plus 4y equal to e raised to power 2x. So again we will write this in a required form. What is the required form? That is in the form of differential operator form. Okay. So what will be its operator form? So d square obviously is true plus 4 operating on y is equal to e raised to power 2x. In this way, we get the operator form. After this, immediately for getting the complementary function, we'll write auxiliary equation. How to get this? Replacing d by m. So we have m square plus 4 equal to 0. Right, find out the values of m. What will be m? M is equal to plus minus 2i. Now here in this case, the roots are what? Complex, right? Roots are imaginary. Complex roots we are getting. So how to write complementary function for such situation? So see, the standard form of complex roots are alpha plus minus I beta. Isn't it? So what is alpha here? Alpha is 0, right? So you will get alpha is 0. And what will be beta? Beta will be 2. Okay. Now, so what is the structure of writing complementary function? So that is equal to e raised to power alpha x. Alpha is 0. So 0x into c1 cos of beta. What is beta? 2x plus c2 sin of beta. Beta is again 2x. Right? So e raised to power alpha. Alpha is 0. 0x. c1 cos of beta. Beta is 2x. 2. So 2x plus c2 sin of beta x. Right? Obviously c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. Okay? I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Now next, to find particular integral. Particular integral is 1 upon d square plus 4 operating on e power 2x. This we have. Now what we will do? We will replace d by 2. Right? Because the value of a is 2. So it is 1 upon 2 square plus 4 operating on e raised to power 2x. Since replacing d by a is equal to 2. How to get a? A is nothing but coefficient of x in the exponential term. So what is the coefficient of x in the exponential term? That is 2. So that's why a is 2. Okay. Simplify. So you will get 1 by 8 e raised to power 2x. So this is the required particular integral. Once we get complementary function and a particular integral, now we will write a required general solution or a required solution. Therefore, the required solution is, what is the required solution? Y is equal to CF plus PI. So just substitute CF and PI. Don't forget to write this final step. Otherwise, some marks will get deducted. Okay. So y is equal to C1 cos of 2x plus C2 sin of 2x plus e raised to power 2x by 8. Okay. Now why? Because e raised to power 0 is 1. So we will not write that. Okay. So this is a required solution. I hope the case 1 is clear to you all. In the next video lecture, we shall discuss the second case for finding the particular integral, as well as we will discuss the example. Thank you all for watching the video.